The following is a N.E.R.D Productions podcast.
Hello, I'm Eric, and I know goat hooves smell terrible from personal experience.
Hello, my name is Annie, and my least favorite book is A Wrinkle in Time. Hot take.
Wow. Hello, I'm Nate, and I talk to cats like they're people.
And this is Eric and Annie Talk About. Introducing Nathanael, introducing the man making racism cool again.
That's not true. That's not true.
He's trying to bring it back.
That is not accurate.
Have you seen his truck? It says the South will rise again on the back. I don't know what that's about.
That's not true. That's legitimately not
After
true.
that, after the character assassination, how are you doing?
It's not even my truck. And it doesn't say that.
After the character assassination, how are you doing?
That's not funny.
Local flim flam conservative.
That one is kind of accurate.
Oh, we know.
So, what have you been up to this week?
Did you
Nate?
send me the thing?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, this
Past week.
week and such, I've been super busy.
What you been doing? Not working out, apparently. From what I've heard.
Not working out?
Yeah.
Well, I have applied for a job. I've got the job. I went for orientation for the job. And then this coming week, I'm going to be training at my job.
He came, he saw, he kicked its butt. What have you been up to?
Housewife things. I've been cleaning a lot.
She called Franklin the turtle our first kid the other day, and I'm like, I will not have that. He will disappear if that is said again.
You said my turtle. You were claiming him.
Well, you guys need to get a cat. Just so
I know.
So, actually, this thing I did do this past week was I went to go drive at the golf range because, I'm really sporty.
See, whenever you say drive, I'm like, why are you taking a car to the golf course?
Golf cart, that'd be actually really fun.
That happened
Just
the other day to
shredding
me.
it in a golf course.
I haven't told you
golf
about
cart
this.
Would be fun. But the guy who owns the golf course hates cats, and there are 2 or more cats that just hang out there. And he was like,
is he gonna hire me?
he was like, he
cat
told
assassin?
he told my friend that he would pay her to take the cat. So
Will he pay me to take the cat out?
no, I won't let you do that.
I'll go out there, night vision scope.
I considered snatching it up and then just, taking it to your house because you wouldn't think it was me because it's not one of my cats.
Why didn't you, Nate?
I was riding in a friend's car.
So, are we name dropping where you're working or no?
Call it Christian Popeyes.
Christian Popeyes.
Expensive.
Where they don't
chicken.
throw hands, but they pray for you.
They lay hands.
They lay hands. They don't throw hands. They lay hands.
That's also offensive.
But it's funny.
But so I'm on the pod.
Are you working the fryer?
No. So I'm probably gonna work. I'm working front end, but
I heard Roger say that you got a position in the dining room.
let me look up. It's a specific name.
Okay.
That would be from her.
Because
Probably.
jobs have weird titles.
That's true.
I was a meat clerk / meat cutter when I was in the meat department at Broker.
What if you watched the last episode? You didn't cut but
I didn't cut but once, so that was a misleading title.
True.
I was also given the title produce clerk when I worked in produce, and then I was also given the title, which
Okay, I got it.
officially MOD, manager on duty.
It's a dining room hospitality professional.
So you're mean to people in the service industry.
But I'm really nice to people outside of it. So I'm not mean. So let me clarify.
Hey, are you a waiter? I hate you.
Let me clarify.
Quote Nathanael.
When I ask for things from in a restaurant, I don't know what it is exactly. I can't control my inflection, and I'm like,
hey, do you know where I can find a spoon in this
that
place?
was not me. That was David. I just sound rude. I don't realize I sound rude. People will say you sounded rude. Mostly just Roger. But
Me too, if I went out.
Eric, he's like, why are you so mean? I was like, I just said that I had.
Can I get a refill?
Well, we were at Paula Dean's restaurant,
No one's gonna come
and they
after
gave
us.
me a. I think I probably ordered a Coke or something, and I tasted it and I was like, "Ma'am, I think this is diet. Can I get a regular one?" And it was just like, I don't. That sounded meaner probably than how I felt it sounded to me at the time. And Roger was like, "Hey, why are you being so mean?" I was like, "What do you mean? I just said it was the wrong drink. It's not my fault."
But also, you're sitting there for half an hour in the Mexican restaurant, and you ain't even seen the waiter since you ordered.
And I didn't say a word to him. I was friendly.
But I
See,
feel like there's got to be a medium there between demanding your way and I'm just gonna wait here as long as it takes. My family can leave me, you know.
well, yeah, I wasn't about to go back there and say, "I demand to know."
Oh, cook this.
I wasn't about to do that. So
Who was it?
I just sat there and waited.
You changed it. That's as it was going out the door. How much Ratatouille can you quote from memory?
Probably a lot. It's kind of
Maybe
sad.
have Rachel on to quote the B movie.
Rachel, yeah, have her quote the B
No.
movie.
No.
No.
So hashtag life update.
Yes.
I've been so for the first time in my entire life, basically, I have this thing called money.
No, you always
had
been
money.
having money, Nate. Well, I don't know if you had
I
money.
had teeny money.
You had debt. That's what you did. I learned not to give you any money around Christmas time.
I feel like I never paid you back.
You never would.
I've considered being like setting aside money and then like one day just like giving my brothers money and be like, this is for
all
everything
the times
I did.
I did not pay you back.
Because I really don't know. I'm sure it's a lot.
This is for all
So-
the poop I pulled.
Yeah, basically.
I was gonna say, but I didn't know if we were letting that fly on the podcast.
Oh my goodness.
Pardon the
I
C
would.
word.
Bleep.
You pulled some stuff, man.
I was probably justified, humanly. You guys were mean to me. So we had a tablet, right? An Asus tablet. And
Asus in search of incredible, not a sponsor.
And I had sat down, it was like wintertime, and I had sat down the table and I picked it back up and the camera was really foggy because someone had spilled hot chocolate on the table and it got a little hot chocolate on it, right? And the brothers we had home phones at the time, tells you how long ago this was. We had home phones and they said, they like pretended that they called dad and told them that I had broke it and that he was coming to whoop me or something
I
like
don't
that.
remember
and
that,
that was
but it sounds
messed
about right.
up. It was messed up.
Deserved that.
No, I didn't do anything wrong.
Nate has this mentality of if I'm going down, you're all coming down with me.
That's
Which
right.
makes sense if everybody was in on it. But we would be completely innocent, and we're
it's not
lined
my
up with
fault.
the firing squad, and he's like, "I'm keeping my mouth shut.
That's right. That's what
I
I was.
hang, you hang too."
We hang together as a team.
I don't have that camaraderie. I see people do that in movies. It's like, hey, you're my
can't
best
suffer
friend. You got a lie for me. I'm like, no, I'm sorry. You
I
got
can't
yourself in
suffer
a
alone.
scrape, man.
It's not good for me. It's not
like-
healthy.
Good luck with that, but I ain't getting my butt killed.
You just don't have friends like that.
Yeah, you're like, you don't have friends that you're willing to deny your moral code for.
No.
Especially
I
when
didn't
it's
say
like
that.
not a big deal. They're like, hey, just lie for me so we don't get in trouble. It's like, I don't think I will.
I wouldn't-
Thank you for the
I'm not,
offer.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like if your friend had a couch they needed moved. I don't think you'd be there for him, if I'm being honest.
I have moved so much furniture.
Yeah, that was pre-marriage. Now that you're married, I think you'd be like, actually, I'm gonna stay at home with my wife.
Well, that's just my general reaction to people like, hey, you want to do this thing? I'm like, I got a house.
We've been doing better about that.
That's true. That's true.
We're recording the podcast.
We are
aren't
recording the podcast. That is true, but that is also at the house. So you
we
come
left
to
the
us.
house. We went to the bonfire.
We did go to the
It's
bonfire.
like when you're on
It was a
Facebook
very nice
Marketplace
bonfire.
and it says must meet at my place or cannot meet up. Must.
That's
must
if
be at
I
my
sold
house.
anything at Facebook Marketplace.
I was trying to buy a kayak on Facebook Marketplace. And you might say
why?
because I would love to go. My friends,
Grady and Casey.
Grady and Casey, and
Friend of
they're
the
and the
show.
extended family. I call them the
Family.
family. they love to go to the river, and I love kayaking. I've only been like a very little bit of time, but I love kayaking, and I would love to get a used kayak and go to the river sometimes. So I was looking, and it was a nice kayak, and it said they had only been used like twice, and it looked like it.
Local Christian Popeye employee drowns. Oh, sorry.
And I was looking, and I was looking at it, and I messaged the seller, and I was like, hey, and I tried to like talk him down the price a little bit, and he was like, no. I was like, whatever, fine. And then not like that. I'm
rude
polite.
to service people.
I make sure I'm super polite when I talk to people. But I was like, so, and I did it because it was meet in Beckley, and that's where I'm gonna work. So perfect.
Someone just shoves a kayak in the back of your car.
And I'm driving a truck right now, so perfect. I can meet in Beckley. And I was like, Grady. I was like, Grady, you'll have to go with me because I'm not going by myself to pick up a kayak. And then I was like, so where do you want to meet? And
Very
like,
manly.
we meet somewhere in Beckley.
Defend me.
Eric, you don't go by yourself to meet a stranger.
Yeah, but you're taking a young lady with you
She's
to be
older
like
than
your
me.
defense. She's older than you?
Grady.
She's
I'm thinking
Casey,
of
isn't
Casey.
Grady is.
That makes slightly more sense.
So and then I was like, what day can you meet and what time? Ghosted. So no.
He left you on red?
I think so. I think it shows you if they've read it or not, and it shows like he read it, and I was like, well, I guess he doesn't want to sell me. He won't get mine. It was actually kind
I'll
of
have no more of my cherry
It's
salad.
not expensive for what it was, but
I guess you were going to borrow the money from the same friends you were taking with you to
Grady.
go get the
No.
kayak.
So
Like, no, I'm borrowing from Martin.
no, Martin, huh?
it's different.
It's different. It's not
No, I
borrowing from
don't-
the same person. You owe everybody money.
I don't. I owe one person money. One person, and it's not entirely my fault, and I'll stand by that.
Do we let him have it, or do we just let it be for that one? Okay.
Just let it be.
For the sake of the flow of the show, we'll let it be so we don't turn into Dave Ramsey and talk about Nate's financial decisions.
Stupid.
You're an idiot.
You let this happen. And I
Did this
did.
to yourself.
Like,
Erica.
back to what I was trying to say about the whole having money thing.
Yeah.
Before I talk about getting ghosted, which I mean, the kayak was gonna be expensive. It wasn't expensive for what it was, but for like me buying stuff, it basically would have been another
The
pair
most
of Hokas.
expensive thing you've ever bought.
It would have been more expensive than another pair of Hokas. Speaking of which, talking about having money, I bought myself shoes for work
of
because they
shoes.
have to be
You
black.
stay buying shoes.
Well, that's because I returned them because I didn't like them.
I'm talking about all the shoes you bought. These are shoes that you bought. The ones that I'm wearing now.
Yeah, I bought them for you.
Yeah.
I
Just a good
did a
gift.
kick where I would go to
You had a kicks kick.
a kicks kick where I would go to Goodwill. What did you say?
She's like,
I would go to Goodwill and I would buy shoes that I knew I could clean because I'm really good at cleaning shoes, and that's what I would do. And I
your eBay
would
business.
what?
Your eBay business. Shoe flippers.
So I was gonna start a business actually off of the shoes, and then I just was like, no, I'm too busy.
Busy driving at the golf course and buying kayaks.
I was actually trying to buy kayaks and couldn't. But I mean, you made me lose
Money.
I was talking about the shoes because you got me off track.
Yes.
So I would buy a lot of used shoes. Like I wouldn't pay more than $5 for a pair of shoes, and then I clean it and they look brand new. And I was happy with that because I really liked Converse at the time. But now I'm in my shoes need to be comfy, and Converse aren't the most comfy shoes in my opinion. They're not, but I like wearing
be
them
styling.
because it's
I
like
know.
you be styling and they on your foot and they ain't gonna come off on accident. That's wonderful.
Converse are my favorite.
These shoes I'm wearing right now, I bought New Balances. They were on discount, just so you know. And they got
Discount
like
for
an easy
$50.
slide in back, and I've only ever lost them once. I lost one shoe once.
Oh, I was
Like
like,
it fell off.
did it run away? Like,
No,
I had a
it
turtle
fell
run
off.
away from
Yeah,
once.
it ran away.
Seriously, not a joke. I had a turtle run away from me one time.
Our turtle went away once.
That's true.
You would get in
not
jail for that.
salty.
We don't need to talk about that. You go to jail.
Right till jail.
Straight to jail.
Straight to
So I had bought a pair of Brooks, and those are not cheap shoes. and I wore them. I was like, these hurt my feet.
Mega expensive shoes.
These hurt my feet.
You see, that's the difference. Nate has bought a lot of shoes. I don't think I've ever bought a pair of shoes in my life.
Because I buy them for him. So someone had given
I wear them till they break, and then I just wear them till I get shoes as a gift again.
Until someone feels sorry enough to give you a pair of shoes. So we had been given shoes, like a neighbor had given us like something for like David and Rachel.
Yeah.
And then there was like, they're like, oh, we don't use it. And they looked brand new, and there was a pair of like Adidas shoes, the black and red ones. And I wore them for a little bit, and I was like, Eric, here you go, because he needed shoes. I was like, here you go, you can have these.
Yeah.
And I wear usually a 9 or 9.5, and they were 10s. So, but they were comfy because they were like, it was like roomy, and I was like, these are good slip-on comfy shoe. Then I was like, Eric, here you go, and I gave them to Eric. I was like, you can wear these for forever. And he did.
Till I asked for them back was basically the stipulation. And I want them.
I never did. And then for Christmas, I bought him those shoes. And so, like I said before, when I didn't have money, I bought shoes that didn't cost a lot of money. But now that I have money, I buy shoes because, well, I had to buy them for my job. Growing up, our family didn't really care if what we have was the best of the best, so we never bought the best of the best. Like, it never mattered. Like, what difference did it make? And, like...
Now that you've been influenced.
But no.
Now that you've been influenced by...
No, I've always wanted to get a nicer phone because I like to take pictures. But now... Well, I just broke my phone case, but that's not important. When I get like my second
treats his
paycheck,
stuff just so well.
When I get my second paycheck, I'm probably gonna buy a new phone, and we've been talking about what phone I would want to buy.
Motorola.
And I'm saying no moly roly because I don't really like it. I don't know. I've never had like I've always had like even like the not the most expensive Motorola phone, so I don't really know what the best of the best that they have to offer is. But I don't really care for their budget options. So, and I was rather...
By that, listener, he means cheap phones.
I was bouncing around it.
Which, I mean, I don't think they have super expensive ones. I feel like they're one of the cheaper
The Moto
brands.
Razors.
Well, that's because you're getting a novelty phone. That's like a jackalope lawnmower.
I don't even... And then, is it called an Edge? Is that their nice phone?
Which one's an Edge? I've heard of them.
Is it the nice
Edge?
I don't know.
I think I've heard of it too.
There's a Ford Edge. That's a car.
But like, well, talk about like Annie's phone. Was it last night?
Yeah.
She had like a older, lower class Samsung.
Adventures in turtle owning. I leave for 2 seconds. And Annie is on the front porch on her hands and knees looking under the old refrigerator with her flashlight. She just goes... Franklin crawled under there. I'm like, I leave for 2 seconds. Like,
I turned my back for 2 seconds to text my dad, and next thing I hear is his shell up against the bottom
against the metal of the refrigerator.
I'm like, Franklin!
That's so
No!
And I'm like, I fall over when I go to the porch.
You did.
I'm like, what on earth am I going to do with you? I can't leave him out of my sight.
Back to what I was saying about phones in general. This phone is from 2021. I've used, it's the iPhone 6S from, when was that? Like 2016 maybe, or older?
Yeah.
It's better in basically every category.
Wow, bold claim. Why don't you just use that one?
Well, remember, Roger, you remember the camera, isn't that what you filmed when you went to Galaxy's Edge? And literally, you filmed a video, and like the only comments on it were like, "Wow, what camera did you film this with? It looks amazing."
That was Dad's Samsung at the time.
That was Dad's shell account.
I don't remember which one he had, but all the footage, most of the footage was Dad's.
But I thought it was the...
No, because Dad was filming me. So any shot with me.
Oh, but and then any shot with
the one that Nastello.
I have no idea.
Commented that on was Dad's phone. It was some, I don't remember what he had at the time. I think it was a Samsung though.
But the cameras on it are really good actually, or camera on it. It's so I'm so used to saying, so like my phone has 4 cameras on it, right? The frontward facing camera looks better, and we actually filmed like the wide shot on the front facing camera because it looked better than the 4 ones on the back of the phone.
Wow.
So we have a surprise game for you.
Okay. Oh dear.
So you have we've friend of the show, Mama Wooten. She likes to say things that aren't really phrases, but she uses them and she uses them well. And we have been going through and defining said phrases. So we're gonna play a game where we're gonna read off the phrase and you have to guess what the definition is. What does this phrase mean?
Okay.
That's the game we're going to play today. I'll have Nate read the first one. You don't have to go in a row. Just pick.
Oh, I can pick one?
Yeah, you can pick.
First one is a classic, though.
It is a classic.
Oh, I got it.
What?
Choppa Cobbler.
I remember the story behind this. But like gross because the story was about the toes. Right? I don't.
Would you like to define it or shall I?
Yeah.
Do you want me to read what
Please.
Yeah, you read
the definition? Okay, a phrase used to describe something long and jagged. You could chop a cobbler with those toenails.
See?
And that you should have used before we read those. We'll say sample sentence. Sample sentence.
But so the story behind that
cobbler with those.
was where were they at?
I believe King's Island.
They saw someone with like
the
sandals
story.
on, and they had
Yeah.
really long toenails. And I think Dad said it looked like the chupacabra. And then Mom thought he said that they were so long it looked like you could chop a cobbler with them.
Which is a very random thing to say. Man, you can chop a cobbler with those toenails.
It's like the chupacabra.
Okay, Eric, you want to pick one?
Okay. Buckle down, Buttercup.
Strap yourself in well? Question mark?
Another way to say, quote, get over it, or more appropriately, you had better get used to it or get ready for it.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
So brace yourself.
Buckle down, Buttercup.
Instead of buckle up.
So brace yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Nate, go ahead.
Bigger than Pete.
What?
Bigger than Pete.
Sorry, I'm reading these. You go ahead.
I just something that is larger, taller than Pete. I have no clue.
It's just something that's obvious or large.
Okay.
Is there a sample sentence?
No.
There's not?
How did you miss it? That sign was bigger than Pete. That was the way that she would use that
Okay.
phrase.
I see.
Yeah, I was just reading through it. I saw this one. This one must be a more recent one because I forgot about it. Jiminy Squit.
I can't even
It
guess.
sounds dirty.
Sounds like something getting like squashed in my head or something.
It's like a Jiminy Glick character. That could be our version of Jiminy Glick, Jiminy Squit.
or quick.
Yes, exactly. Quickly, I can be in and out of there, Jiminy Squit. I think it's you tried to say lickety split. I guess
I
she
guess,
said
yeah.
Jiminy Squit.
Jiminy Squid.
All right, Nate.
Jiminy Squid.
Till the hills don't come home.
Till the hills don't come home.
Till the hills don't come home.
I am assuming it means a very long time.
What does it mean? I don't remember.
It says
what
a
that was.
phrase used to express intense feelings, usually
I
anger or
remember it. I
frustration.
remember that now.
Example, I'm aggravated till the hills don't come home.
That's some of a lot of these sample sentences are things that she actually said and where we got the quote from. I remember that one. She was mad about something. I forget. I am aggravated till the hills don't come home.
In the ground beef situation.
Yeah.
Honestly.
There are so many good ones, but I'm just gonna go with as wrinkled as a $2 payday.
What am I even supposed to do with this? I'm guessing something is very, very wrinkly. Like
We
you're
might-
about to leave for church. Eric, your shirt is wrinkly as a...
Exactly. A phrase that is used to describe something that is very wrinkled, like an old crinkled $2 bill.
Okay, well,
No, but
Okay.
that kind of counts.
You're
That counts.
describing it.
Now it was just as if it were.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah,
Like a stump on a log.
I love that one.
What does that...
Like a stump on a log. Look, now I'm figuring it out. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint.
Please.
Think driving and then like a dotted line.
Oh.
That's a good hint.
It's a little.
Something bumpy?
Okay. So it's like if you're in traffic And like if like maybe even you're going like the speed limit and someone goes zoom and just zooms around
They
you.
pass you?
They pass you like as if you were a stump on a log.
I mean,
Sample sentence.
Zero
That
hits.
car just passed me like I was a stump on a log.
It's like as if you were stationary, I guess.
okay.
See, Dad would always say when he was gonna pass someone, he'd say, "I'm fixing to come around them like they was tied to a stump."
Yeah.
Mom said when someone passed her, that car just passed me like I was a stump on a log. Not playing with all cylinders.
I'm guessing that means you're not playing with all your moves. You're holding some things back.
It's actually more of an insult. That points to diminished mental capacity.
Okay.
When you're not functioning at a full mental capacity, so like, that cashier, kind of dumb, doesn't look like he was playing with all cylinders.
Okay.
That's a mix of not firing on all cylinders and not playing with a full deck. But he's not really playing with all cylinders.
Got all the cylinders up there.
Can I have the one that's just under Jiminy's quit for the next one?
Let me see. Yeah, I don't need that. Sore as a boil in a china shop.
No, sorry, sore as a bowl.
Oh, it's boil. It says boil.
No, it is boil, but she don't say it. Like,
She don't say it that way.
Sore as a bowl in a china shop.
I remember you telling me this one.
No, I think you're thinking of a different one. I think you're thinking of the permanent brown.
No idea. You're gonna break something, I'm guessing.
It just means you're very sore.
To just
She just
What?
made it up.
Bowl.
She just thought bull in a china shop, but there's a sore as a boil, but sore as a
Yeah.
bull.
Right.
Bull in a china shop.
I guess.
You
I mean,
see,
we
you
can only
really come
assume.
into the mind of my mother when you hear these phrases. How about this one? Tell me if this one makes any more sense. Cheek butt to cheek butt.
I'm assuming that means you're sitting close.
Yes,
somebody.
to
Like,
be
that's
enclosed
what
in
we
a
do
tight
now.
space, usually when sitting.
and we're in there.
Cheek butt to cheek butt.
Like us right now.
Yes.
We don't make fun. We do it because we love.
Yes, we only do this because we love you, Mom.
Talking of everything. Nikki,
So we could
Okay.
say.
Oh, okay. Worn to a fraz,
She was mad.
or worn down to a fraz.
She was mad this day, and I let her have it.
That probably made
with
her
this
more mad.
phrase all evening.
Or also worn down to a frazzle.
But Fraz was the way she said it.
No, she also says frazzle.
I guess she's sleepy. Or angry, evidently. Also, it's so funny because I see out of the corner of my eye, you just keep scrolling how many of these phrases are.
So where is that? When it's fraz. It says completely worn out, but I would say more accurately, it's like you're both physically and emotionally
Mentally as well as
Okay.
spiritually.
You're just done.
You're just done.
went to it first.
Like a fraz.
And
like,
I would just, she said that, and it was the funniest thing, and we were cleaning, and I was like, I am just worn down to
Think
a
of-
Fraz.
think about it. If you have a rope, right, and you wear it down, and it's like
To
it's
me, it makes me
fraz,
think of like
right?
a frayed candle wick.
No, think about it. You have a rope, Eric, and it's tension on both sides, and in the middle, it's like where
That's
it's
a fraz?
it's about to snap. Think about it. It's fraz and it's about to snap.
Do we want to rapid fire a few of these?
Sure.
A few of my favorites is chunk it up to.
No clue.
When you make a discovery or when you decide to see something in a certain way. Sample sentence. Eric didn't bring the potato salad he promised to make for the potluck. I guess we can chunk that up to him being forgetful.
Like chalk it up?
Yes, but she said chunk it up to.
Oh, okay.
Rag bags.
Whoa, it's my turn.
Okay, you do
rag
rag
bags.
Oh, I've got no idea.
It's
Bag.
clothing that looks unkempt, or an outfit that looks wrinkled, or a way to describe someone who is wearing wrinkled or oversized clothing. And then as a sample sentence, I don't want you all going looking like a bunch of rag bags.
Literally something I was told. We were going somewhere, I forget.
Some more fancy.
How about this one? Running like a well-oiled ship.
Going quick, I assume, where things are going smoothly.
Yeah, something that runs well and efficiently. Hotter than hen's heels.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Well, okay, wait, Eric,
Yeah,
I
you go,
have to
Eric.
find one.
It is.
Oh, it don't cut the mustard.
No.
Oh, it don't cut mustard.
It don't cut mustard.
Oh, I have no clue. It don't cut it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's
Like
below
Fresca.
acceptable standard.
Yes.
Cut mustard.
Sting like a butterfly.
I assume she meant sting like a bee and just said butterfly. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Give it your all and do it well.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Right, let me find one. 'Cause we in my order.
Rapid fire. They got brakes.
They slammed on their brakes.
No, so it's no. They got brakes. It's like if you're gonna do something, maybe not necessarily wives in traffic.
Like you're gonna cross.
They got
the street.
brakes. They can. They can.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the first thing before you say they got brakes is I'm going for it.
Okay.
Like, or if you were going to walk out across the street to get to the TJ Maxx and you see a car rapidly approaching.
Okay.
Yeah, they got brakes.
Oh, I didn't realize
Okay.
there was so much more. Okay. Hardly enough to throw a stick at.
Not very much is my
Wait,
guess.
use the definition.
Okay, wait. Let's just look at a phrase used to describe a small number of people or things.
I didn't let it sneeze on me.
You don't want to forget of that.
A phrase used to describe when you don't let something keep you from doing the thing that you want, usually in an awkward social setting.
Or,
I was the first up to the buffet line but when nobody was eating. I didn't let that sneeze on me.
okay, tighter than a two-edged sword.
That's a tight space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually a
usually
parking
parking
space.
space, yeah. You're already against the ball game.
The odds are already stacked up.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means.
Whoa, it's my turn. I gotta find one. It would have been easy if we did them out of order. Or it'd been easy if we did them in order.
On skates.
That's easy.
She's losing her balance.
Oh.
No, Mom has been on skates. When something is fast or needs to be done quickly, they left church like they were on skates.
Oh, okay.
Or we only got 1 hour. We'll have to be on
I
skates.
feel like that kind of makes sense. I kind of see that.
I think that one's
steal
just.
that.
I think that's a McClellanism.
It probably is.
I'm gonna be like, hurry up, Eric.
How about...
Skates.
Roger said that to me the other day. Like, we use these.
Okay, that's probably enough of these.
Yes.
Every time I see marshmallows, I think of the story Joel told me where a youth group, Roger, made them hold marshmallows in their hand the whole time, and she said it looks like throw up and she can't eat marshmallows anymore.
Oh, really?
She's like, you made me hold it and I can't eat them anymore.
It's an object lesson that didn't work out.
It's about delayed gratification, I assume.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be if you wait for good things, they melt in your hands and become very sticky.
It's true.
So, yeah, Chubby Bunny, right? That's why we got the marshmallows, folks. With twist. Chubby Bunny karaoke.
So you have to sing non-royal. Or
You have to
royal
sing.
songs. Like row, row, row your boat.
Are we gonna sing the same song?
No, I think we do different songs.
So Nate, you're row, row, row your boat.
No, I think you do different ones. Random song generator. You won't have to sing the whole song.
Oh,
I
I
can't
thought
think
every
of
time
that
you
many
stick a
royalty
marshmallow, you
free
have to sing the
songs.
same
Sing
song.
a different song, I thought.
Really?
That's a lot
I
of
can't think of
songs.
that many royalty
Yeah.
free songs.
So you're row, row, row your boat. Eric, you're going to be.
We can always switch each other's songs.
Nate,
Hold on.
Nate's Baby It's Cold Outside.
That's not
It's
royalty-free.
canceled.
No, no. You're
That's
row, row,
true.
row your boat. You are going to be the London Bridge is falling down, and Annie, you're going to do A, B, C, D alphabet or
Those are all the same song.
Twinkle,
Okay.
twinkle, little star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Yes. All right. Who's going first? Nate.
How?
Just
When I
it
put
in
one,
your mouth
You don't
and
have to
then
sing the
row,
whole
row,
song.
row your-
row your boat.
Okay. London Bridge? London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down.
Twinkle, twinkle. Stop.
She ain't gonna make it. I can already tell.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she's getting serious.
I'm gonna
They
big
each
mouth,
have
you know that.
One
Yeah, you
marshmallow.
best believe it.
Nate's marshmallow 2.
What? Oh. Row, row, row your boat gently down the
You
stream.
sound like the priest from Princess Bride. Mallet.
Knowledge.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
Where'd that Marshall even go? I haven't seen it there.
Cheek. I'm in my Marlon Brando era.
Make me an offer here, please.
Make me laugh, I can't feel.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Oh, I wonder what you are.
You both went for the opposite cheek method.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Okay, Nate's third.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Ew. And mommy got.
London Bridge is falling down, falling down.
That's why we don't
falling
sound much
down.
different.
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
You're gonna need more marshmallows.
Huh?
You're gonna need more marshmallows.
Twinkle, twinkle.
What? Something wrong with my face?
But not how I wonder what
I got the
you
bump.
No, you
It's
can't get
pretty
them
good.
twice, right?
That's crazy.
Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
I'm gonna laugh and shoot fuel all over there.
Oh, Eric. What is this, 4?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady.
I don't know if I can make it fit anymore. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. We all wish to get rid of these when we're done. We have dogs on the other side of the door, I think.
Yeah, there's yours. Okay, I can get it.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Wings in your neck are sticking out.
It's still pretty good. So that's 6 or 5?
What?
Play.
5, okay. So this is Eric's 5th. Oh my.
How?
London Bridge is falling down, falling down.
Yeah, if you lose any marshmallow, I think you're done.
London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Correct yourself, woman.
Oh!
Oh, the lid's coming off. Go ahead.
Oh. I was gonna warn you, but
That's alright.
I'm washing my hands. You pointing at me is what got me out, just so you know I had more room in my
Oh,
mouth.
actually, it's gonna have to go over here.
But
Alright.
I'll be back.
This is Chubby. Now eat some.
Okay, Nate, go ahead. So this is 6. I'm just gonna set this here.
Row, 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 row.
Hey, wait, I got in another one. Is it 7? Well, how many is that? Hold on, how many marshmallows you have? Okay. Oh! Oh my goodness.
Let's
You
hear
can't
it.
fit 5 in at once.
Is that where marshmallow fluff comes from?
I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Okay, here you go. Now you just do what you gotta do. Oh my goodness! Spit it out! Spit it out! I can't watch!
It's like a fountain in your mouth.
Get out! No! It's on the floor! Is it on the rug?
I'm sorry, dear. I failed you. I think I have marshmallow in my nostrils. Nate rocked his head back on that last round and looked like he popped a cyanide capsule.
So Eric won.
I think Nate won.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
That's like Lee won, just saying.
Oh! I saw it.
You're gonna have to blur it up when you put it up.
Yeah.
Was it like the sticks and marshmallow maybe? I tried to put it in my mouth, and I was like, tried to shove it in my cheeks, but there was like nowhere to go, so I nearly shoved it down my throat. I nearly choked to death.
No, I have some still in my respiratory system.
I didn't do.
Lost count, but I think
Wow.
Nate won.
I think that's enough marshmallows for a lifetime.
Oh, wow. But yeah, no.
Take us out.
Nate's
What? We barely talked about anything.
Nate's mouth
It's
began
been
to
an
fuck.
hour.
I need Nate to tell the graveyard light story.
Okay, as we leave, take us out with the graveyard.
Okay. Can we move this trash can? It's messing with the feng shui.
Okay, hold on. Give me some.
The Feng Shui? Is that vampire movie? The Feng Shui.
So what?
He tells people how to organize their buildings.
Marshmallowy. So yeah. We live on a property that borders an old cemetery with some very old
People.
tombstones and such. And one night I walked outside. It was summertime, so it was like, you know, out late, and it's like good, nice temperature outside. And I walked outside, and on the hill where our house is, I looked out, and then we have a pond, and then it goes up, and then there's the graveyard, and it's through trees. And I saw a big bright light. I was like, "What is that?" So I grab a flashlight, and I'm like, "I'm gonna go check it out, Scooby-Doo style," because that's what I was. I loved Scooby-Doo. So I went out, and I walked. And I walked up there, right? And when I looked up, and there was like a solar powered light on one of them that was shaped like a star.
That's shaped like a star, yeah.
And that was all it was. I was like, huh. Well, that was kind of lackluster. And then next to me, I hear a crunch in the leaves, right? And I turn over with my flashlight, and my flashlight goes out.
Nope.
And then I run away through the darkness, and then when I get to the bottom of the hill, my flashlight turns back on.
Not today, Susan.
Not today. We're not playing those games.
No.
So, I believe it might be time to sign off, gentlemen and lady. Anything you want to recommend before we go?
I recommend that I'll be back probably as your next guest.
Wow.
That's what I should do. Because we didn't really get into the meat of today.
What about the potatoes of today? We'll have to have you back. Next recording session, if you're here, we'll have you back.
Well, it's been great being on the pod, and we'll catch you next time.
Catch you later.
Catch you there.
Catch
See you
you
there.
there.